In the social circle of today's teenagers, there's a new friend. This friend is always available, never gets tired of listening, and almost always agrees with you. This friend is not human. It's artificial intelligence. This isn't a sci-fi movie plot. It's the daily reality for millions of teens. From chatbots that act as confidants to the hidden algorithms that decide what they see online, AI has become a constant, invisible companion. So today, we're asking a critical question. Is this digital companion a helpful friend, a harmful influence, or something much more complicated? Let's break down the growing influence of AI on the social lives of a generation. A massive shift is underway in how teenagers find connection. Faced with what many experts are calling a loneliness epidemic, a compelling solution has emerged: AI-powered companion apps. You might have heard of them. Names like Character.ai and Replika. The statistics are staggering. A recent study found that nearly 3/4 of American teens between 13 and 17 have used an AI companion at least once. More than half of them are regular users. For some, it's just a curiosity. But for a rapidly growing number, these digital entities are becoming a core part of their social and emotional support system. The appeal is easy to understand. Imagine a friend who is available 24/7, ready to listen without judgment, fatigue, or disagreement. For a teenager feeling anxious, lonely, or misunderstood, this is incredibly powerful. The data backs this up. 1/3 of teens who use these AI companions report that their conversations are just as satisfying or even more satisfying than talking to their real-life friends. This has led to a startling trend. 1/3 of these teens now discuss serious or important issues with an AI instead of a person. Now, some proponents argue these platforms can be beneficial. They can be a safe space to practice social skills, build confidence, or explore one's identity without the fear of social rejection. Some research even suggests these interactions can boost creativity. However, a growing chorus of parents, educators, and mental health experts are sounding the alarm, worried about the long-term consequences of relying on friendship that is, by its very nature, artificial. But the influence of AI goes far beyond these dedicated companion apps. It's secretly woven into the very fabric of the platforms that dominate teen social life: TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. Let's start with TikTok. Its For You page is a masterclass in AI-driven curation. The algorithm learns a user's preferences with terrifying speed, creating an endless, personalized stream of content. On one hand, this can help teens find niche communities and feel a sense of belonging. On the other hand, it creates the profound risk of rabbit holes, where a teen can be fed a constant diet of harmful content, such as material that promotes eating disorders or self-harm, creating a distorted view of reality. Instagram's AI works in a similar way, influencing the feeds, explore pages, and reels that shape a teen's perception of the world and their peers. The platform often promotes sensationalized content and fuels social comparison, which can be damaging to self-esteem. To its credit, Instagram is using AI to try and identify underage users and place them in more restrictive accounts with enhanced privacy. But the core engine is still designed for engagement, not necessarily well-being. Then there is Snapchat, which took a more direct route by integrating its own chatbot, My AI, right into every user's main chat feed. It's positioned as a fun, helpful conversational partner. But its constant, unavoidable presence and human-like interactions have raised serious concerns about blurring the lines between real and artificial relationships. While parental controls now exist, its default integration makes it a prominent feature that normalizes having an AI as a primary contact. This deep integration of AI is more than just a tech trend. It's a profound psychological and sociological event. To truly understand its impact, we can look at some established theories of human development. First, let's talk about parasocial relationships. This is a term for the one-sided bonds we form with media figures, like a favorite actor or a character in a book. We feel like we know them, even though they don't know we exist. AI takes this to a whole new level. Unlike a celebrity, an AI chatbot is interactive. It can respond to you, remember your past conversations, and adapt its personality. This creates a powerful illusion of a real reciprocal friendship. For a teenager in a critical stage of identity formation, seeking validation and belonging, this illusion can be incredibly compelling. Next, let's consider attachment theory. This theory suggests that our early bonds with caregivers shape how we form relationships throughout our lives. AI companions, with their constant availability and unwavering support, can become a kind of digital attachment figure. For a teen who has an insecure or anxious attachment style in the real world, an AI that is always there and never rejects them can feel like the perfect solution. The danger, however, is that this can foster an unhealthy dependency, preventing them from developing the resilience and skills needed to navigate the messy, unpredictable, but ultimately rewarding world of real human relationships. Finally, we can use Urie Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory to frame this entire phenomenon. His theory describes how a child's development is influenced by different environmental layers, from the immediate family or microsystem to broader cultural values. AI has introduced a brand new layer, a virtual microsystem. This digital environment has its own unique rules. It's always on, it's often public, and it operates on social norms that are very different from the physical world. For today's teens, interactions within this virtual space are becoming central to their development, shaping everything from their social skills to their worldview. So when we put it all together, we see that AI's influence is a true double-edged sword, with significant benefits and serious risks existing side by side. Let's look at the bright side first. AI can be a powerful tool for growth. Personalized AI learning tools can adapt to a student's individual pace, which is a game changer for teens with learning disabilities. In the social sphere, AI-powered creative tools on TikTok and Instagram allow for new forms of self-expression and community building around shared interests. For a teen crippled by social anxiety, a chatbot can be a low-stakes training ground to practice conversation and build confidence. We're even seeing young people use AI to create real-world solutions in their communities, empowering them as innovators. But we cannot ignore the dark side. One of the biggest concerns is that over-reliance on AI companions can stunt the development of crucial social and emotional skills. Real relationships are messy. They require empathy, negotiation, and the ability to handle conflict. An AI friend, programmed to be agreeable, offers none of this. Teens may develop unrealistic expectations for human relationships, struggling to cope when a real friend disagrees with them or has a bad day. Then there's the problem of validation dependency. When an AI is always there to tell you you're right, you can start to lose trust in your own judgment without its approval. This can erode self-esteem and critical thinking. And tragically, the risks can be even more severe. The algorithmic echo chambers on social media can reinforce dangerous biases and expose teens to harmful content. There have been documented cases where a teenager's prolonged engagement with an AI chatbot has been linked to suicide, a horrifying reminder of the real-world dangers at play. Given this complex reality, what can we do? The key is to equip parents, educators, and teens themselves with the knowledge to navigate this digital maze. For parents, the goal isn't to be an expert on every app. It's to be an engaged and open-minded guide. Foster open communication by creating a non-judgmental space for your teen to talk about their online life. Ask what AI tools they use and how it makes them feel. Teach them that while a chatbot sounds empathetic, it doesn't have real feelings. Encourage critical thinking and fact-checking. Set clear digital boundaries around AI use, just as you would with screen time. And most importantly, model healthy behavior with your own technology use. For educators, schools have a vital role. AI literacy must be integrated into the curriculum. Students need to learn how algorithms work, understand the ethical considerations, and be taught to identify bias. The goal should be to foster critical thinking, so students can evaluate any information, whether it comes from a textbook or an AI. While AI can be a great tool, it should never replace the human interaction, collaboration, and creativity that a teacher brings to the classroom. And finally, to the teens listening, you are the most important actors here. Be a mindful user. Pay attention to how AI makes you feel. If you find yourself preferring AI to real friends or feeling more anxious after using social media, it might be time for a break. Protect your privacy and be careful what you share. Make time for real-world, face-to-face connections, and embrace the challenge of human interaction. It's not always easy, but it's where real growth happens. If you're ever struggling, please know that it is always okay to ask for help from a trusted adult. The digital companion is here to stay, and its role in our lives will only grow. As these technologies become more powerful, we must approach them with a strong ethical framework that prioritizes human well-being over engagement metrics. The future of teen social life will be intertwined with artificial intelligence, but it is our collective responsibility to ensure that it remains, at its core, deeply and meaningfully human.